Good evening to one and all. Jai Hind to one and all. I'll be sharing my personal experience. Last night I dreamt about this situation where students are sitting right there, and I'll be sharing a perspective with them. Now, what's that perspective? And what is perspective? Let's just get back to all these things. Life is all about thoughts, ideas, and perception. But all these perspectives needs food. But what is the right food for it? And how do we know is it the right food? How to analyze our thoughts? Students especially need to understand that opinions which are bound with rigidness are not perspectives. As a student, I have seen myself revolving around different perspectives. The only thing which creates a blockade in life's growth is that natural evolution process when we refuse to be open to perspectives. We don't go beyond one perspective, one single window. I want to give references through Sikhism, a lot of references, in fact, from Sikhism. For a reason, I've been working on a book which titles as Living Sikhism, Embracing Its Practicality and Spirituality. And the reason I'm on the final stage to complete that book, and it's all over my head, so please pardon me if I am using a lot of Sikh references. See, Sikhism is without a doubt a pantheistic religion which underscores the importance of having a personal connection with God and recognizing the unity of all creations. Apart from that, even Guru Granth Sahib Ji gives a lot of invaluable insights and guidance which are applicable for good governance at various levels. As said in Gurbani, Adal kare gur gyan samana, meaning one must administer justice by being absorbed in the spiritual wisdom. And spiritual wisdom for me is very essential. Even for the students, I want to share this with the students especially. Because at your age, I was dreaming that how can I go back to class 5th and understand all these perspectives again. Otherwise, I would have been altogether different human today. That spiritual wisdom helps in framing a mindset which is open to perspective. It's very important to be open to perspectives. Importance of perspectives, how perspectives are born, what leads to them, what makes them so important in any aspects of our lives. I have a personal anecdote. Apart from my professional anecdote, I first want to share my school experience. I have been open to perspectives a lot of times, but I never realized it consciously till the time I reached class 10th and I completed my boards. And after that, I was apprised by my principal then that there's a list of 15 students who will not be admitted for the 11th class admission. And I was surprised to see my name. Not much surprised, but a little surprised, because what I have done for not getting readmitted to the school. Now I called my parents. I went personally to the principal asking, please tell me what have I done. So the academics was never a problem. I shined with flying colors. I got 85%. But at the same time, they said indiscipline has been a major issue. Now, that was the first time consciously I wanted to understand how are they projecting me as an indisciplined child. I talked to them. I had a conversation. They gave me admission on a probation for 2 months. They said, okay, fine, we'll take you, understanding your negligence on the matter. So I said, okay, I'll just join in. And then I slowly started understanding. My 11th and 12th had been excellent years of my school time. But again, how did I came to understand that being open to perspective is important? It's a funny thing because, a student doesn't know. So my principal, after 2 months, calls me and says, what, I didn't tell you at that time, But if you want to learn about the other person, you must ask him for his one favorite book and one good friend. And I'll tell you what sort of a person that child is. So that actually opened another perspective to me. You know, another anecdote I have, about 12 years back, I did my first internship in the Jammu and Kashmir High Court under the then Bar Association president, and he happened to be a Hurriyat leader also. Now, I am not associated. I try to keep myself away from politics as much as possible. But I was learning a perspective there. And after learning, going through that perspective, after an year, I was introduced to another perspective. After listening to that perspective, now I was curious. Now everyone knows about the Kashmir issue. I don't have to tell everyone what are the major, players in that. Then I went to the uniform guys. I said, I need to know their perspective too. Then I went from the uniform to the national perspective, the government perspective. Then the fifth perspective, I chose myself. I want to get into the depth of the history, contemporary history, and also the geopolitical situation about the issue. Now, perspective is just a round table. You see, there are a lot of chairs around the round table. You start sitting on each chair and then jump on the table and sit. And then I'll ask you, have you concluded anything about this issue? You will grow. You will develop yourself out of it. And that was an experience for me. Now, one thing as a student, I realized, which again, I want to go back and change that thing. But I can't really. But I can impart that wisdom with you. That is, I'm sure there might be a lot of political arguments between friends that, you're a liberal or you're a conservative, a lot of arguments. And I tell you, this for that arguments are based on a very westernized way of argumenting that only promotes polarities. Acceptance, acknowledgement, and just, moving on from there. It's a big achievement. It actually changes you as an individual. Students, for a progressive growth and development, you must learn to acknowledge things as they are. Accepting things is the first step towards the change. It actually generates a bigger perspective, which is critically important in life, being open to perspectives. Gurbani says, "Khojat khojat baho parkare, sarab arat bichare," meaning continuously engaging in research in all possible manners, rationalize every opinion before accepting it. Origination of perspectives comes through the thoughts and ideas which brews in our minds. These thoughts and ideas actually determine what sort of perspective we have. There were two students, and one student said that this book which you are reading is brewing a lot of violence. The other person said there's only one chapter, and that is also not brewing violence, it talks about violence. So that is how perceptions are created. You have to go into the depth of it. You have to understand from all possible sides to understand how a perspective is formed. Conflict resolution is I believe, that's my perspective, that it is the demand of the hour on this planet, that we need specialists who can work as conflict resoluters. The need of the hour, but how do we create such stalwarts starting from the days of schooling? When the mind is yet so fragile, I'm sure you're not even thinking on these lines. And I don't want you to think in a very forceful manner. Forcing or banning anything is not a solution to anything. But let's open up to perspective. Let's be more conscious about something. Mind. I want to end on this note, but I want to end on a perspective right there. Mind is something you should start observing. Witness your mind, and you'll realize over time that, there are 5 superlative emotions: Kaam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar. Lust, anger, attachment, desires, ego, these are, and that's it's very human to have these emotions. But I want you to have a perspective about this. Now, these 5 emotions, when you are having an argument with your dear friend, and you see, is there anger in just because he's winning in the argument and I don't have? So, is that anger which is hindering my acceptance to his? So, once you understand that, you will change your perspective. You'll do more patience within your mind. And witness your mind, being observant, are these superlative emotions which I just talked about, the 5 superlative emotions, are they disturbing the balance of the EQ and IQ? Life is all about balance. वो जो EQ, emotional quotient or intelligence quotient का balance है, you have to strike that balance. In not just the EQ, IQ balance, हर जगह. Anything excessive is not good, but यहाँ पे, for the mind, having that balance of EQ and IQ is very important. You have to ask yourself that while in any moment of your life that are these superlative emotions creating hindrances for the greater good of humanity? Can this situation be better? What we are talking about right now, what we are having a conflict about, can this be resolved if I just keep my ego aside? I mean, it's not possible entirely, but can I reduce it to a level where we can have a resolution? So these are the questions you have to ask yourself. And I must end on this note that, your minds are the embodiment of divine. There is a spark within yourself. Just look at it. Just find the answers within, and you shall come out victoriously. Thank you. Jai Hind.